Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're posing the question, the Thai Revenue Department is not targeting retirees. I'm more and more coming to that conclusion. We've discussed, let's preface this first. We discussed in prior videos last week where, maybe last 10 days, where the Revenue Department here in Thailand has made an announcement that they're changing protocols with respect to tax liability assessment based on timeline. So in the past, it was possible to defer bringing money into Thailand and thereby mitigating the application of tax liability if you waited to the following calendar year from the time funds were accrued to bring those funds into Thailand. It was possible to mitigate tax liability effectively, avoid that kind of tax, avoid any tax in Thailand. Thailand has made it clear through an announcement from the Revenue Department they're going to be rescinding that present state of affairs starting January 1, 2024. I've had a lot of folks that are really worried about this. Please, as I said at the time, please don't get upset. It's not something to fly off the handle or get incredibly worried about. I also see folks in comments saying, I'm moving, I'm leaving Thailand. This probably does, in fact, I've done another video on this. 80% of retirees, I don't even think this is going to bother them. As we've discussed, there are double tax treaties in place, although that is not the end of the analysis. I've seen a lot of people who just sort of say, we've got a double tax treaty, and then period, end of discussion. Not end of discussion. You have to analyze the specific facts based on the terms of the treaty. Now that said, most what I would call standard retirees who are over here, they have a pension or they're just living on savings, you're not going to be bothered greatly by this. There is probably 10 to 20% of the retiree population that, depending upon how their retirement finances are structured, may need to deal with this. Worst case scenario, they just have to deal with filing a tax return in Thailand and dealing with getting some sort of foreign tax credit associated with whatever taxes they paid in their home jurisdiction. Again, that's going to be case specific. Point I'm trying to make with this video, I've done another one contemporaneously with it where I've basically said, I think, and I'll reiterate this here, although more shortly, I've looked at this now. I think what they're changing this for is the changing nature of business, the changing nature of international economics, the changing nature of international business. I made a video where I specifically cited YouTubers, and I think YouTubers are a really good case in point because their efforts online are not only recorded on video, but they're time-stamped. So I can see a scenario where a revenue department can very easily assess not only tax liability, but a taxable event, as well as if any money accrues off of that tax liability, that taxable event, they can say, okay, we can pretty easily assess that you owe X amount of money, depending on circumstances. Again, that doesn't really apply to the vast majority of retirees. Now, retiree YouTubers, especially those who are YouTubing and making money off of YouTube, whether or not they have a work permit, if they're here in Thailand and are susceptible to Thai tax liability, they may have some issues. And as I've said in prior videos, you need to be really careful being a retiree in Thailand, doing things without a work permit, including YouTubing. But again, I've been excoriated in comments for that, even though I think the analysis is absolutely sound. That being said, the thing to take away from this video is retirees, no. After further analysis on this, I think very much so, not so much the target of this current change in policy. Now that said, when we see further detailed regulations, we'll certainly keep you updated on this channel as that situation evolves.